household waste or garbage is a lifestyle problem. My waste is my responsibility. Did you know that fashion industry is one of the most polluting industries in the world? And when we talk about environment, we often don't think about fashion. It takes 2,700 liters of water to make a single t-shirt. That's equivalent to a person drinking water for a period of 3 years. And you can, when you're buying, buy local, I believe that green is not just a color, green is a verb. So go green. If you believe it or not, what you wear does make a difference. What you wear can save the environment. I will tell you how. But before that, let me introduce myself. Hi, I'm Omi Gurung, a fashion designer and social entrepreneur from Sikkim. I was born and brought up in Sikkim, Gantok, a very small little place. I went for my higher studies and I did my graduation fashion designing from Bangalore. So when I was in Bangalore, there was this garbage collector who used to come and collect garbage. She used to tell me every time, भैया आपका जो सामान है गार्बेज है मैल है बहुत कम होते काश हर कोई आपके जैसा होता. That made me think that household waste or garbage is a lifestyle problem. My waste is my responsibility. And so that's how I formed an online community, Oh My India, which helped millions of people worldwide to reduce, reuse, and recycle their household waste. The Oma India won several awards globally, and it was well acclaimed. During this period, I also realized that since I am a fashion designer and I used to go for industrial visits. I used to see how effluents are being discarded, textile waste. And did you know that fashion industry is one of the most polluting industries in the world? And when we talk about environment, we often don't think about fashion. And every person throws away 35 kgs of textile waste annually, and 95% of textile waste can be reused or recycled or upcycled. And it is said that for every ton of textile waste that's been upcycled or reused, 20 tons of carbon dioxide is prevented from entering the atmosphere. And so, later on, I formed up a group called a project. It's called the WARE project. So the WARE project, WARE stands for Waste, Environment, and Reuse. What we do is we create awareness about textile waste in India, and we also empower people to create sustainable livelihoods. So, how as an individual, how as a consumer, we can save the environment? Let me give you some little trivia. It takes 2,700 liters of water to make a single t-shirt. That's equivalent to a person drinking water for a period of 3 years. Imagine if you don't have a glass of water to drink, how do you feel? And when you are too thirsty. So water problem is a big problem in India, and we need to be a conscious consumer. As a consumer, we have the power to change. We have the power to choose to buy well. For example, what you can do is you can make this year a year of less. Less is more. Less is beautiful. To declutter, to be a more conscious, awakened citizen. Uh, when we buy clothes randomly, we often don't think the impact. For example, when we are buying polyester, it takes up to 200 years for it to decompose, whereas cotton decomposes within a span of 2 to 3 months. That's the difference, and it is a big difference. So, when you're buying something, ask yourself, do you really need it? Or is it I'm buying just as an impulsive buy? Think before you buy. Quality over quantity. Buy less and make it last. Repair your clothes. There is no harm, or it's not uncool to mend your clothes. People don't mend clothes today. I've seen youngsters, if it's the button is, there is some little problem, rather than fixing it, they just discard it. So we have to be awakened. What you can do is free cycle. If you really don't need it, give it to the people who really needs it. This is the first step. Second, reuse, repair, or recycle. Upcycle. Upcycling helps reduce carbon dioxide entering the atmosphere, and it also helps us save resources. By using old materials rather than the new resources. So this is one thing, and then you can, when you're buying, buy local. Support local people. You'll be saving. You'll be empowering people. You'll be also saving on your money. At the same time, you'll be helping to save the environment by reducing carbon footprints. And um, so this is how everything started. The WARE project, which I was talking about, we empower people. We not just make products, but we also educate people. Each product we make has a story. It is about trying to make people more awakened, more conscious, and it is said that every year 700 million tons of clothes are being made, and we only have 7.7 billion people in the world. So this is very good statistics, a factor to think about. And when we talk about fast fashion, we have to talk about Rana Plaza incident, which took place on 24th April 2013. It is one of the most deadliest government incident or accident that has taken place in the world or in the history. What happened was a eight-story building collapsed, and more than, I think, 1,300 people died, and more than 2,500 people were injured in that fatal incident. So, sometimes we need to ask, who made my clothes, or in what condition the clothes are being made. People, the truth, the harsh truth of the fashion industry is, you know, uh, more than 50% the people working in the fashion industry does not receive even a minimum wage. The conditions are pathetic. So just ask yourself, who made my clothes? Where is this clothes from? Is it exploiting people? Today we are buying more clothes because of online, marketing, e-shopping. We are buying 4 to 5 times more clothes than what we did few years ago, exploiting people, resources, and we need to think about all this factor because it directly impacts the environment. We only have one planet. There is no planet B. And in this pandemic, we also saw that when we do slow down, we do pause. Nature heals. We could see the air pollution level coming down. Everybody did witness it. So when we pause, when we start to think, when we start to question ourselves, when we start to live a more healthy lifestyle, things can be different and things can be better, because I believe that green is not just a color, green is a verb. So go green because if there is no nature, there is no future. Thank you so much. And I would also like to thank Canvas Talk for giving me this wonderful opportunity. I think it is a wonderful medium to reach out to wider audience and motivate people. I think together we can make a great difference. So let's make a great difference.